CSEC scholars, welcome back to another live CSEC class. Tonight being Thursday, we're going to be focusing on our formulas, shortcuts, learning, what are the different formulas that we have at our disposal to be used in mathematics? Why do we use them? When do we use them? How can we manipulate the given situation? And so find missing sides, missing angles, missing quantities, whatever it is. We have hundreds and hundreds of formulas that have been derived by scholars like ourselves who worked tirelessly, sometimes devoting their entire lives to this quest. And now we have them at our disposal. So let's make the best use of them. Before I dive into the formula class tonight, as usual, I'm going to be running by you our schedule so that you can be reminded of when we have our live classes. We have 6 live CSEC classes per week. And remember, tonight, being Thursday, we also have our Midnight Oil class where we do CSEC multiple choice questions. That's paper 1 questions starting at midnight. So from 12 to 2 a.m. So don't miss that one. So let's run by the schedule. CSEC math students, I know you are busy preparing for your math test and your CSEC exam coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now, another important, have you ever gotten a math wrong because of making one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now, in this series, we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics CSEC math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything, make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. So stay tuned. Hello, students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake. Well, absolutely true. And we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid. All right, so I'm going to invite my studio crew to join me. And waiting in the wings, we have Imani.
Good night, man.
And Rachel. And John, of course, John. I was saving you for last.
Hi.
All right, so welcome Imani, welcome John, welcome Dreshan. Is anyone else hiding in the wings? I see another head.
Amari.
Hi Amari, are you going to be joining us tonight? Or
Yes.
are you just there for moral support of your siblings?
You're very funny.
Moral support of the siblings. Okay. All right. My hydration, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So so tonight, that's great, Trisha. So tonight we're looking at area. Remember last week we did perimeter, and we're stepping it up, taking it up a notch. We're looking at area. So remember, perimeter has to do with one dimension, one plane, flat. Area is also dealing with plane figures, but in two dimensions, having length and right, whereas perimeter just length. So we're going to be looking at the area, to calculate the area of different shapes, polygons. We're going to be looking at the area of all of those. So we're starting with what might be the simplest polygons to find the area of, and that would be what? What do you think? Which polygons do you think are the simplest, the easiest ones to calculate the area of? Let me hear what you think.
The square.
The square.
Square is very easy. The rectangle.
Yeah. So we're going to be focusing on of the rectangle, and bear in mind that the square is a rectangle. It's a special rectangle which the length and the width being the same measurements. Right angles, parallel sides. All right, so yeah, we're going to focus on rectangles tonight. We might delve into some irregular shapes that involve rectangles. So we might actually do that part. So I'm going to share my screen. And okay. All right. Seeing any of my scholars in the chat as yet, but I'd like to welcome all those, come and thank all those who are from wherever in the universe you find yourself. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you'll be able to join us tonight at midnight when we have our multiple choice marathon, our midnight oil marathon. So let's define, first of all, rectangle. So on the screen, we have a rectangle. We have a grid. It's in of a rectangle. So the outer edges, and then because it is a grid, it's divided into smaller rectangles. In this case, smaller squares. So we have vertical lines, horizontal lines. Okay. So this shape in the middle here, that's shaded green, I use this to point out the concept, what we mean when we talk about area. We're talking about the space that is covered by something. So it's the flat space that is covered all across that space. That's the area. If we had been asked to find the perimeter of this green shape here, the perimeter would have just been concerned with the distance on the outside, the distance along the edge. So for the grid, we would have just added that unit plus that unit plus that unit plus that unit plus that unit, and so on along the edge. That would have been perimeter. With area, we're not just concerned with the edge, we're concerned with the entire space that is taken up. So the area of the rectangle is the distance along the length of it, multiplied distance along the width. Focus on this little square box, this little square here. Not a box, but a plain shape, this square. Because it's a square, the length and the width are the same. So the area would be length times the length, or the side times the side. Area is measured in square units because we're multiplying two dimensions. We're multiplying a length or a side by, in the case of the square. So we have square units, whereas perimeter is just single units, whether centimeter, meter, inch, foot, whatever. Area would be centimeter squared, meter squared, cubic feet, square feet, and so on for the area. All right. Now, look at this rectangle here. We're using variables to represent the sides. So we're using x to represent the length of the rectangle and y to represent the width of the rectangle. All right. So the area would be, all right, so area is equal to xy in this case, right? The area would be xy. So suppose I'm going to replace the xy, or even before I replace it, let's say it's 5x and that is 3y. So duration, what would be the of this rectangle?
So since the
Length is
formula
5x.
says, since the formula says A is equal to the area is xy, so we should multiply both of them. So it's 3y, this would be multiplied by 5x, which should be 15xy.
15xy. Okay, that's correct. All right. So I'm going to put some values. So let's say we have rectangle. We are pretending it's a rectangle. We are pretending that it's an absolutely straight sided figure. Okay? If this side is 20 meters and this side is 30 meters, Imani, what will be the area of the rectangle?
Miss, it would be 6,000 meters. No, 600. 600. Wait.
6,000?
No, 600, miss. Oh, yeah, 600 for real.
600. Okay, 600. All right, John, tell me what would be the area of this figure here.
Okay. Miss, that would be miss 225 centimeters squared.
200 and what?
225 centimeters squared, miss.
225 centimeters square. Why is it 225 centimeters square?
Miss,
How
because
did we
it's
get that?
squared and it's a square.
And those lines show that they're all equal.
How do we know it's a square? I mean, know that the sides are perfectly straight. We know that.
Miss,
Know
miss,
that,
miss,
right?
the lines. Miss,
We
because of the
see-
lines that are drawn on it.
Okay. So the strokes that are drawn on the sides, what those tell us?
Miss, that they're equal. Miss.
That they're all equal.
If they're equal.
Okay, so whenever we look at figures in mathematics and we see the same stroke on the lines, that tells us that the lines are equal. Then that the length is 15 and the width is also 15. So that tells us it's a square. All right, so John is saying the area would be 15 times 15, which is 225 centimeters. Hi, Akila. Welcome. We're doing area of the rectangle. Akila is asking, what are we doing? We're doing area of the rectangle. Very simple and straightforward. Yes. Very simple and straightforward topic this evening. We're just chilling out, really. We're just chatting, in our vibes and chatting. So, suppose I give you the area. Could you find the length of the side? Is that a thing that can be done? If I say I have a square and the area is 169 meters square. What's the length of the side?
It's 13 meters.
How you get 13?
Like 169.
How you get that? Hmm?
It's 13 squared. is-
13 squared?
is
Miss, is it different way?
I'm saying it's 169 meters squared. What is the length of each side of the square?
Miss 13.
Yes.
13 what?
Miss 13. Miss
It's
13.
13 meters.
Meters. Miss 169 meters.
Just how you got 30 meters?
Miss, because a square would be side times side, which means both sides are equal because it's a square. Since all sides are equal.
Or we could find
So basically,
square
just find the square root of 169.
Find the square root. Okay.
Yes, miss.
Right. So if we know the area of a square and the length of the side of the square, we just find square roots, right? So if the square is 900 centimeters square, what's the length of?
Miss, could you repeat, please? You're breaking up for me.
Miss, what did you say?
If the area of the square is 9 centimeters square, what's the length of one side of?
It's
30
30 centimeters.
30 centimeters.
would be the perimeter of the square?
Miss
Um,
120.
yes, miss.
That's with 120.
You get that, John?
Miss, because there's four. Oh, John.
Miss, because I added the 30. And it's because it's a square, miss, I just add them.
Or
Because
you
I
could.
just multiply the 30 times one
You
another.
added the 30 4 times, or we could
Yes,
just
miss.
multiply the 30
Or
by
miss.
4.
Yes, miss.
So if you know the area of the square, you can find the root of to get the length of each side, and then you can multiply get the perimeter of the square since it's 4 equal sides. So we can go from area of the square to perimeter of the square. So suppose I said the perimeter of the square is 20 meters. What's from? We just got the perimeter from, you get the area from the perimeter. The perimeter of this square is
Yes.
20.
Um,
What's the area?
Miss, if
oh,
the perimeter of
400?
the square is 20, the area would be 25 centimeters squared.
Why?
Miss, because there's four sides in a square, so you would divide 20, which is the perimeter, by 4, and that will give you 5 centimeters. So each side is 5 centimeters, and 5 times 5 is 25 centimeters squared.
All right. Okay. So before we move on, let me give each of you the area. This is that square we're dealing with right now. I've got the
Okay,
area
miss.
and I want you to tell me the perimeter. Okay? And then we're going to run it again and I'm going to give you the perimeter and to give me the area. So everybody go and go. I'm going to give you the area and you tell me the perimeter. All right, so Imani, the area
Yes,
is
miss.
400 meters square. What's the perimeter?
Miss, the perimeter would be 20 meters.
Huh?
Are you sure?
Huh?
So,
Wait.
the perimeter, even that one number would be the perimeter.
Oh, what's the pyramid? Oh, sorry, 80.
What's the perimeter?
Miss, 80, 80 meters.
Okay. The area is 121 centimeters square. What's the perimeter?
Miss, the perimeter is 44 centimeters.
Okay, don't forget my units, guys. Get my
I
units.
said centimeters, miss. I said centimeters.
Dreshan,
Hi.
Dreshan is 625 meters squared. What is
Oh,
the
625. Not, the area is 625.
area is 625 meters squared? What's the perimeter
Oh,
of the square?
so Miss, it would be just 100 centimeters.
Meters. Please list units. So 100 meters.
Meters.
All right, so let's go again. This time I'm going to tell you
100
perimeter.
meters.
That's correct. This time I'm going to tell you the perimeter and you are going to tell me that. So back with you, Imani.
Yes, miss.
All right, okay. So the perimeter is 80 centimeters. What's the area? No,
Okay,
no.
Miss.
I changed my mind. I changed my mind. You
Okay.
got that already.
Oh
I
yeah, I
take
just
it
okay.
back.
Yes.
Yeah, give me back. Okay, back to the drawing board. All right, let me see now. Okay, so the perimeter is 120. Why am I
Okay,
giving you
Miss.
ones that I give you
Wait,
already?
Miss, you gave us that already.
No, John got one with 120.
Yes, Miss, and
He
it
gave me
would be
one.
one. It would be 900 centimeters squared.
Yeah, you guys, let me think.
30. Miss, are you done with it? Oh,
Let me. All right, here's one. Here's one. Here's one. Here's one.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So the perimeter is 200 meters.
Okay,
What
Miss.
is the area?
Miss, the area would be 2,500 meters squared.
Okay, so break it down and tell me.
Okay, Miss. So what I did, so the perimeter was 200, and since we want one side of the square, which is 1/4, I found a quarter of 200, which is 50. And since we want the area, which is side times side, it would be 50 times 50, since all of the sides in the square are equal. And that would give you 2,500 meters squared. How?
Okay. All right. Okay, John. The perimeter is 24 centimeters. What's the area?
okay, Miss 36 centimeters.
36 watts. Why you always
Centimeter.
leaving off my
Miss,
units?
I said the units mean centimeters squared.
But
36
you must say
centimeters
it so
squared.
that I hear. You must say it so
Okay.
that I hear.
Yes, Miss.
Remember, I'm older than you. I don't hear as sharply as you do. They can't be whispering the thing and think that I'm going to hear.
Whisper dishwashing liquid.
Might only know.
All right, Drayshawn. If the perimeter are kilometers, what's the area?
Um, so Miss, what cancel the 400.
Perimeter is 4 kilometers.
Um, but, um, Miss, would it be like 4 kilometers? Um,
Go ahead.
mm,
The perimeter is 4 kilometers.
oh, wait. Oh, Miss, would it be 1 kilometer? Um,
For the area,
but,
hmm?
yes, Miss. It
1 kilometer,
is huge.
1 kilometer cube,
Mm,
1 kilometer squared.
yeah, yes, Miss.
1 kilometer squared. Okay. All right. So that's for the square. So we're just the square, the special rectangle called the square. where the length and the width are the same. If we know the area, we find the square root of the area to get the length of, and if we want the perimeter, multiply each side by 4. And we do the reverse of that. If we get the perimeter and want the area, we would divide the perimeter by 4 to get the length of each side of the square and then multiply that by itself. For the rectangle, we know that for the other kinds of rectangles where the length and width are different, we already established that the area is length width. View the area, would you be able to deduce the length or the width? And if not, what would you need? To be able to do it the same like you did for the square, just knowing the area and that's all, and you can determine the length, or what would you need in order to determine either one? So first question, if you know the area of the rectangle, can you determine the length or the width? The same way we did by knowing the area of the square. We found the square root and we got the length of the side of the square. Can we do that for the other types of rectangles where length and width are different? Yes or no? Can we?
Miss,
Not. If I say area of the rectangle is 50 centimeters square, just knowing that, can you tell me the length and the width?
no, miss, no, miss.
Why can't?
Miss, because there are many different lanes that they could go through to get 50. They didn't tell you. Yeah, but it's not equal sides, so you can't just
Okay.
guess it.
All right. So you're saying if we know the area of a rectangle, we can at least think of several lengths and widths that are possible, right? That's what you're saying. So say the area of a rectangle is 50 centimeters square. What are the possible lengths and widths?
Miss, 25 by 2, 5 by 10.
It's 10.
Oh,
So 25 for the length, 2 for the width, 5 for the width, 10 for the length,
yes, miss.
I think those are
as well as several
Other
other
decimals
decimals
and
or
yes, miss.
fractions that could multiply to give 50.
Yes,
Even
miss.
1 by 50, right?
yes, miss.
So so the answer then is no. We can't know for sure. The particular rectangle you're thinking of, how would we be able to know for sure the length is or what the width is if we know the area? Other than guess possible lengths and widths that could
Miss, if you actually
give you that.
find out, but if they gave us an area that would be that doesn't need more than one number, that doesn't need more than one number to go to that list, it would have know the length and the width goes. It's like one.
So John is saying if they give us, they give us a number that what?
If they give us a number that and the access for the length and width, miss, for example, the area is 1 centimeter square, miss, it would be 1 and 1, miss, and if it's 4 centimeters square, miss, it would be 2 and 2.
It could also be 4 and 1.
Okay.
So that doesn't make sense. Miss,
Okay.
Miss, mm,
3.
What would we need? If
Miss,
I
we would
give
need
you
a
the
measure
area of the rectangle,
or the width.
you'd need would need length or the width to
Yes,
get the
miss.
other one, right?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so if you get the rectangle and you know the length, how would you find the width?
Miss, we would divide the area by the length.
You divide the area by the length to get the width. And if you know the area and the width, how would you find the length?
Miss would divide the area by the width.
Correct. So either one. If you want the width, divide the area by the length. If you want the length, divide the area by the width. All right, let's go back to the diagrams. And suppose we have suppose we have why do I suppose we have the rectangle. Okay, so this is 13 meters and this is 7 meters. Okay, and this is 5 meters and this is 4 meters, 4 meters. And this part that I'm shading here, outside parts here, they want the area of that. All they want the area of the shaded green part. How would we find that?
Oh, okay, Miss, I have an idea, Miss. Miss, we did the 13 times
Yes,
the
John?
7. Miss, we did the 13 times 7, which would give 91, Miss, and the 5 times the 4, which would give you, Miss, and 91 from 20 give you 71.
20 from 91.
Yeah, 20 from 91 give you 71, Miss.
All right, so you're saying if we want this area here, we would have 13 times 7. So you'd find the area of the big rectangle,
Yes,
and that gives what? 91.
Miss. Yes, Miss, 91. Meet square.
And that would be in meters square. Okay. And we're going to find the area of this section you're saying.
Yes,
So 5 times 4,
20,
5 meters times 4 meters. And that will give 20
20 meters squared.
square, right?
yes,
Okay.
Miss.
Mhm.
Um, and then we subtract
yes, Miss. Miss, that's
to
what
find
I
the shaded
yeah.
region. Okay, so
Yes,
that would be 71,
no, Miss, that's
71
my,
meters.
Miss, that's my reasoning. Miss, that's my reasoning.
Yes, and your reasoning is solid. It's solid, John. Yes, your
So,
reasoning is solid. Very good. Yes, Reshan?
Mm. Ah, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you said something. All right, I'm using up my eraser. All right. Suppose then, suppose I had this. All right. So this is 15. And this is 10. And this is 6. And this is 3. And 4. What's the area of the whole shape? The entire shape.
Um.
So we have, so let me write them properly.
Yeah.
This is 4 centimeters. This is 6, this is 4, this is 3, that's 10, that's 15. What's the area of the entire shape?
Yeah, miss, this may sound big, miss, but would it be miss? But would it be 10,800?
1,800?
Miss, I say
How you
it
get that,
big.
John? Tell me how you
Miss,
got that,
okay,
John.
miss, I multiply the 15 times the 10 times the 3 times the 6 times the 4.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The 15 times the 10 times the 8 times the 6. Where 8 come from?
Miss, no, miss, I said 3, miss. I said 3.
15 times 10 times 3 times 6 times 4.
Yes, miss.
So you're one of those people who feel like you see a number, problem, you must use it up.
Uh-huh. No.
You're one of those scholars who feel like what them give you a number, the number they put it, right?
Miss 400. Yes, miss. Miss would be 415. Then miss 15 times the 10 times the 3.
15 times the 10 times the 3. Anybody else say something else?
Um,
Mm.
Dreshan, Emmanuel, what you guys saying?
Mm. Like,
I want the area of the entire shape, which is one rectangle sitting on another rectangle.
come on, miss.
John is getting 10,000 and some only for something.
It's 450 centimeters squared now, miss.
Huh?
Miss 450 centimeters squared now.
450.
Yes, miss, centimeters squared now.
So all you cut it down to that. What you talk?
Miss, I took off the 4 and the 6, miss.
So you multiply the 15 times the 10 times the 3.
Yes, miss.
The logic behind that, because we just said the area of the rectangle is length width, right?
Yes, miss.
So isn't that 3 a part of the length of the bottom rectangle?
Miss 3/4 of the length. Yes, miss.
Isn't it a part of the length of the
Yes,
bottom rectangle?
yes, miss. Miss, which one are we trying to find? Is the small one or the big one?
We want to find the area of the two rectangles together.
Hey,
We want the area of the entire irregular shape.
Miss, is it 206?
It's irregular, but we cut it into two rectangles. We can clearly see because as my lines, we are putting that they are perfectly straight. We already said that. So we have two
Mm.
perfectly straight side rectangles, one sitting on top of the other. I can't believe DK just coming in my class. Just from the time.
Let's
Okay, Sunny and Dreshan, nothing.
Miss,
let's
I just got
let's
an answer.
concentrate. Let's just
Eh.
concentrate.
How you got the answer?
Miss, I did. Wait. Miss, I did 15 plus 3. Miss plus 4. So I did the 15 plus the 3 plus the 4, and Miss, I got 22. Then Miss, I
15
did that
plus
times.
3 plus 4.
Oh,
So you,
wait.
so you and John Phil said just because the number they must put it
But,
in.
but Miss, it's on top of it,
All
so
right.
it wasn't
Imani
there,
sound
Miss.
like she
Then
get the answer. Imani sound like she get the answer. Imani, tell us please
Okay,
what you
miss.
did.
So what I did was since the okay, so to get the part up there, the length of the smaller rectangle, I added 4 and 3 and got 7 and subtracted it from 15 to get 8, and it would make sense because
Okay, so you're
it
saying which part? So you're saying to get here, so
yes,
DK
miss.
DK claims that she was listening all along. All right, so to get here, so now you say you add this and this and take it from the full 15 to get 8, right?
Yes, miss.
All right. Because, like I was saying, this is the same as the length down here. That's what I was
Hey,
telling John. This
hey,
3 is part of the 15. So, to get this missing side here, we add the 4 and the 3 and get 7. Take it from the full 15 and get 8. So, all right, Imani. So, now that we know that this is 8, how that going to
okay,
help
miss.
us?
Miss, so to find the tiny rectangle at the
Yeah.
I multiplied the 8 by the 6 and got 48 centimeters.
All right. So, 8 centimeters times 6 centimeters give
Reason that gives 48 centimeters squared.
centimeters squared. That's for the top rectangle. All
Yes,
right.
miss.
For the
And for the
bottom
bottom,
one now,
I multiplied the
length
15
is
by the 10
15
meters.
by
The
10
length is yes,
centimeters times the width is 10
10 centimeters.
give how much?
150 centimeters squared. Miss, and then I
Okay.
added the two
That's
of
for the
them.
bottom one. We have the 150
And then I
centimeters
added the
squared
150 centimeters squared plus the 48
plus
centimeters squared.
the 48.
Yes, miss.
That give us what?
Miss, I got 198 centimeters squared.
All right. 198 centimeters square. Okay. So let's just do one more.
Yeah.
Since we know that since we know say how the runnings go. No, right? Since we know that this is how the runnings go, I give you one more now to do. So let me get my eraser and rub out for rub out. Rub. All right, so another complex figure. All right. Okay. So then, all right, so it's gonna look something like that. Oh my God, my mouse can do better than that. Almost can do better than that, man. Let me try get it straight. That's better. And then down. All right, and we'll go something like that. All right. Okay, hurry up and come back.
A.
And then now we're like straight down. Hey. All right. All right. Now we're gonna do something like this. Okay. So let me put in some measurements. All right. So this is 2 meters. And this is 3 meters. And this is 3 meters. All right. And this here is 5. And this here is 6. And this here is 20. Okay. And that is 13. All right. And so I want you to find the area of the shape without the door. So this is a door. I want the area of the shape without the door. So fine it. So we have 2 stilts.
Without or miss
The house
miss
is
that
on
bigger
2 stilts.
Oh.
So
Miss
area without the door. That's
not
what
the
I mean.
volume.
Area. You're looking at the section just from the front, right? The area of the face of the house and the stilts
Oh, okay.
without the door. Yeah.
Yes. We haven't
You're
got
looking
my answer.
at the first section. Already have your answer.
I think so, miss.
Do you? What's your answer?
260 plus 28. Miss, my answer is 288
Meter square.
meters square.
288 meters square. As usual, we want you to tell us
Okay, miss. Miss, I did
how
13 times.
you did it.
Okay, miss. I did 13 times 20 and I got 206, miss, and then I subtracted the 13 from the 20 and I got 7, miss, and then I found the missing side, right, miss where there's no length right there, miss, on the part the long side where the 20 is, miss, where you would,
Are you talking about the stilts? These
yes,
are
miss,
stilts.
yes, miss, the stilts, miss, the long side of the
Okay.
stilts, and I got 7, miss, so miss, I did 7 times 4 and I got 28, miss, and 20 and miss and 260 plus 28 miss about 288.
Hmm. That sound wrong though. That's so wrong, John. I wonder if your classmates can rescue you.
Okay, wait. So that would
I
mean
wonder if your
that is.
classmates can come to the rescue.
So that would be 7 4
Classmates,
6.
that's
Miss,
what
I'm coming.
John
I'm coming.
say.
I'm
So
getting it. I'm getting it. I need to get it. Okay. And
okay.
okay. I kind of
So
have a
front. We're looking at the front of the house, right? It's on two still. They live in a wet area. They don't want it flood the
I think
house.
I got it. I think
They
I
put the
got
house
it.
on still. All right. It sounds like you man get it. So we just want the area of the front of the house, but without the door in it. Without the door.
Got you, miss. Got you. Okay, miss.
All right. The
So,
house on the without.
okay. Oh, I need to do that twice. So I need to add that back. Okay. Okay, miss. So I got 225 meters squared
Did you get that?
for the complete house.
Did you get that? You're not supposed to do it without doing
I
it.
know, I know, I know.
225.
Since there are two legs. Yes, miss,
All
I
right.
added
So
the
what
two
you
legs.
did?
Okay, miss.
So what
So
you did?
since the long side, miss, I started with the two legs. So since the long side, we know that the full length is 20 meters and the length of the top rectangle is only 13 meters. I subtracted the 13 from the 20 to get the length of the bottom foot, which would be 7 by 4, which would be 28 meters squared. And then for the top now, since again we know that the length for only the top is 13 meters, means we would have to find the wait. Since we know the width is 13 meters, we'd have to find the length, which is kind of already given to us because they gave us the
The
measurements
width
inside.
is the width. Hold on. The width of what is
Oh no,
13?
the length. Miss
The
the
length
top
of,
rectangle.
okay, and this distance is what?
Yes, miss, that's what I'm saying now. So they gave us the 2 meters for the missing section, the 6 meters and the 5 meters, miss, and I added them and got 13 meters, miss. So it would be 13 by 13, which is 169 meters squared, miss. And since there are two legs, I added the legs twice to the 169 meters squared and got 225 meters squared.
You're almost right.
What?
You
Oh
just,
my.
you just there's just one point you're missing. You're almost right.
Uh, Miss, can you listen to what Miss?
No.
There's
Um,
what does it say up here? This gibberish up here. What's
Without
it
door.
say?
Miss without
miss
door.
without the door.
You're not supposed to
So
add the
did,
door, girl.
so
But
did
that's
you
not the
take
door.
out the door?
No.
Oh, I'm
You
supposed to
added
find the
side
area of the
without
door without. Okay, okay,
area without
okay.
door.
So, shush. It would be 6. So subtract 6 from 225, which would give you 219 meters squared.
All right. Here they know. Hear it they know. Hear it they know, Imani. You already know.
Yes,
Say
miss.
you never
Ready
see
for the
the part
exam.
there.
Miss, I did, but I didn't expect it to include the door when I did it that way. But I realized that it did
Yeah,
when you said
ready.
it.
But look, if you find by 13, you include everything.
Oh yeah,
Remember,
you're
that's what
including it.
area means.
Yes, miss.
Everything in here is 13 by 13, all of this. So if they want it without the door, you have to go find the area of the door, the 2 times 3, and subtract from the. So let's run through for those who missed what Iman is saying.
Yes, Miss, I did because you want this.
What she is saying is on the area of, first of all, she put in the missing side. So she added the 6 meters, the 2 meters, and the 5 meters, and she got this to be 13 meters. So it's like a square house, 13 by 13. She found the area of that. The door, they don't want the door, so 2 times 3 is 6. We take that out of the 169, we get 163. Although she had added first, but we can do it this way also, right? This was the last thing Imani did, was to subtract the door. I'm taking it out from now. Okay. For the stilts now is 4 times 7. She put in the 7 because if all of this is 20 and this part is 13, then this part we leave back must be 7 to make up the full 20. So the stilts would be, and this line tell you that this is the same as this one over here. Wherever you see the strokes that are the same, the measurement is the same. So this is 4. So 7 times 4 times 2, because it's 2 identical stilts. So 7 4 is 28 times 2 is 56. And we add 6 to the 163 up here, and we get 219. Okay. Imani had added these first, and then the last thing she did was take out the door. I took out the door from the minute I found the area up here, I subtract the area of the door, right? Whichever way. But that's the idea. That's the idea of it. So using rectangle, so remember tonight our focus was area of the rectangle. We are going to be looking at other shapes or complex figures that have different shapes, rectangle and triangle and semicircle and circle and everything mixed up together. When we're done looking at the area of each of these shapes, then we can combine them. But for now, since we only tangle, the problems I gave you only included the rectangle, the area of the rectangle. All right, so next week we're going to look at the area of the triangle, and we're going to look at the 3 basic formulas for finding the area of the triangle. We're going to look at all 3 of them, so you don't want class. That's next week, Thursday. Remember to come back after. So we're wrapping up now, but we're going to have our midnight class later.
Okay, Miss. Oh, Miss, you have midnight class later.
Hello, just say so.
Alright, Miss.
Yeah.
Remember, we're not just solving math problems. We're changing lives.
Changing
Remember that.
lives. Yes, we are.
Amara told me she was going to be awake, and Amara got
In
to
what
sleep.
way has your life changed? You want to tell me in what way your life changed
Yes.
so far?
Yes, Miss. Miss, I understand most math stuff. Miss, it's only one thing I
Go
don't
ahead.
understand. Okay, Miss, while I was at the Kemet Maasai Academy for grade 6, Miss, I went to a good school.
Mm-hmm.
Grades were good, except I missed one, except I missed exam. That was one day of exam. Because I was sick. I miss after that, miss when I went to high school, miss, it was quite easy to do stuff in math, and I understood them easily.
Right. It's a breeze for you now because you've done all that before.
Yes.
Yes. So I always encourage some testimonies. So whenever you want to testify again, just come up to the altar and testify. John and Imani, we can have your testimony. Anytime you're ready for your testimony, Imani, you just walk up to the altar. Okay? I'll see you
Yes,
guys
miss.
later.
Yes,
What do you
miss.
mean by
Remember,
that, miss? What do you mean by that?
Testimony is when you use
Imani
the
will
altar
explain
to
to
tell
you.
the story.
Okay.
So remember to set your alarms to wake you just before midnight so you can
Yes,
wash your
yes.
face, wash your face, drink some water, and come back.
Drink
So
some
catch you
cold water
later.
so you wake up your brain.
Right.
Bye, miss.
Yes.
See you later, guys.
See you
Miss,
later.
you're very funny, Miss. This smart, Miss. The
Hmm? Thank you, DK. Thank you for joining us. I hope to see you later. Hello, CSEC math students. I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and your CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like new hats? Thank you. Now, another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of making one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now, in this series, we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything, make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. So, stay tuned. Hello, scholars. Did you know that most times when students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, this is absolutely true, and we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid making them. Are you ready? Come on, take my hand.